Zhenya and this is Zhenya's Kitchen. Today we're going to start the preparation for Mother's Day. I'm going to try for a couple weeks, give you some ideas for what you can make for your mom, for your wife, maybe for your daughter if she's a mother for the first time, or just for anybody in your family. I like to host Mother's Day. I'm not a mother yet, everybody else is, so I like to have a big get together. So today I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious, the most light, the most thin, and just so amazing Russian crepes. In Russia we call them blini, which also could be used as a bad word, just don't tell anyone. So today I'm going to start with 3 eggs and a little bit of mixing things, and it's going to be delicious, and I'm going to show you a technique I have for it and a special spatula. So I'll meet you here, we're going to mix things up. As I said, we're going to start with 3 eggs, look at them how gorgeous they are, and about ½ tablespoon of sugar, and less than a pinch of salt, just a teeny bit of salt. We're going to start whisking it, just a little bit, just to get things going. Then my secret to crepes is as many eggs, as many tablespoons of flour. If you use a non-measuring spoon, just a big spoon, I would do 1 less. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. We can always adjust it if we don't like the consistency. Another thing we're gonna put in is about a 1/4 cup of milk. And just mix it in. It's gonna be a little lumpy, don't worry, continue going. If you want, you can use a mixer. With crepes, I got my hand. So now it's a little thick. You can use a little bit of more milk if you want. I'm gonna do just a little splash. And another component, I'm gonna put some water in it. I know people that just make crepes with just water. They don't put any milk in it at all. Because milk is thickening it, or water really thickens it. Look at this! We got it! This is gorgeous. I'm going to put a little bit more water. At this point, I think I'm about at the 1/8 of a cup of water. And I still, when I stop mixing, the little blobs of flour come out. So this is what you do. You're gonna keep a little bit of water next to you, and as you go, this thicker flour will sink down to the bottom. So before you get a spatula full of or ladle full of batter, look, has little spots. Before you get it, you always have to mix it in, even with the ladle itself. And at some point, you add a little bit more water, just because the flour that sunk in will need to get mixed in again, just because you need it to get thinner again. You don't want your crepes to get too thick unless you like thick crepes. So I'm gonna go to the frying pan, which is already warming up on medium. Have some olive oil ready and a silicone brush to brush the oil on the pan. So I'm gonna bring some water with me, and I'll meet you at the stove in 5 seconds. The pan is hot, so let's start cooking. I have olive oil in a little bowl, and I told you I have this silicone brush. So I'm gonna brush it with olive oil. So it's gonna warm up pretty fast. Here I have my batter. As I told you, I'm gonna swish it every time with the spatula because it still has a little pieces of flour, but don't worry about it too much. Put it on, don't put the whole thing on. Keep rotating your pan. I'm gonna close this opening as much as you can. You have to add a little bit more batter. I have a teeny little thin here. Ta-da! Okay. I don't want to make it too thick either. I'm gonna put it down. I bet you've seen how people make crepes in those big round things on TV shows. I don't have that. I forgot to introduce you my crepe pan. It's a 6-inch pan or 4-inch. I'm not sure about inches. It's a small pan, and Eric knows that if he ever touches it for anything else, I'll have to get a new pan. This pan in this house is used only for crepes. By the way, this is only gonna take about 30 to 45 seconds to cook up. You'll see the edges getting a little brown. I'm gonna give it just a teeny bit, and it is like little pores coming through. That means it's almost ready to be flipped. We are not doing any tricks. We're not throwing it in the air. As much as fun it looks, I've never been able to do it. I've never tried doing it because I don't want my food to be stuck to the ceiling or to the floor. Oh, and one more thing. In Russia, we believe that first crepe is supposed to come out bad. Whew, let's try not to do that. I'm gonna try and get the edges going first. And by the way, I'm using this fancy fish spatula because it has this big area. Whoops. So it helps you to get a lot of crepe on it. I'm gonna use my fingers. A flip! And booyah! This is how it's done, at least in this kitchen. So we're gonna give it just a little bit longer because the other side mostly cooked already from the steam, from the cooking on the first side. So all it needs is just a little bit of color. I am gonna pick, just needs a little bit more. It's gonna have little brown spots. It's gonna look like a giraffe. Everybody likes a giraffe. So let's see. Let's check one more time. It's good. I don't know if you can see the other side a little bit. Can you see it? How pretty it is? All right, now I'm gonna put it in a plate. The first crepe is done. So now I'm gonna continue doing same thing over and over. Brush with olive oil, switch the mixture until I get to the bottom. Then I'm gonna add a little bit more water, remember? Get some in this ladle, put it in. Make sure there's no holes. Let it cook. That's it. This is the magic. So I'm gonna continue cooking crepes. By the way, this portion is for 2 people. We probably will be able to finish this off for breakfast because we are hungry and it's kind of late in the day. So I'm gonna meet you when the stock of crepes is a little bit taller and I'm ready for the most delicious taste test. So the batch of the dough we made, of the batter we made, created 14 crepes. We are missing a few because 2 of them didn't turn out and Eric ate them straight from the pan. I just flipped them on his plate. They did not flip right away and they torn a little. But here they are. Here's some of them. And here's the very last one I'm gonna taste test, so it's pretty warm still and delicious. At this point, you can put anything you want on it. You can boil and ground the beef with like fried onions and put it in. We might use it sometimes for the video because that's delicious. You can put sweet cheese, you can put sour cream, you can put fresh fruit, you put cream, you can put eggs, you can put Nutella, you can put banana. I can go non-stop for probably an hour. All the things you can put in it, you can treat it like a case for this delicious breakfast or lunch or dinner, or you're just hungry, or just like Eric or me or my mom, just eat them by themselves. Here I have some store-bought strawberry preserves and I'm just gonna blob here a little bit and I'm gonna fold it and I'm gonna pat it. I'm gonna make like a little envelope. Remember, you can put anything in. It feels really tender. Look how beautiful it is. Looks like a real giraffe. If you guys do anything for giraffe, for that had just the baby, this is the time you can make this too. There we go. Tender. Delicious. Has a little bit of sweetness to it. You can always make them less sweet if you don't want to. Feel that sweetness. Oh my goodness, this is so good. It just melts in your mouth. And how pretty it is. You can put anything you want in it. You can eat it any way you want. This is just delicious, and I do recommend using a brand new or semi-new pan for this because it will get stick. You need to use a non-stick, really good quality pan. I'm Zhenya, this is Zhenya's Kitchen, and this is my take on crepes for possibly your Mother's Day.